Hi guys, welcome back to the Big Sew Along. I'm Ginny and you are watching this, or I'm releasing it. I'm recording it on Monday the 26th of July and I'll be releasing it on YouTube on Tuesday the 27th of July, which happens to be my mother's birthday. So I have to give her a quick happy birthday, Mom, and thanks for watching. And now, down to business. I have a lot of things to show you today, which is why I'm sitting off to the side. I'm going to put a bunch of pictures up here for you. After our video last week, I got a really nice message on my YouTube channel from Natasha, who said, I am a fabric magpie as well, which does make it difficult to put stuff together. I decided recently to make two-piece sets that I can wear together or mix and match with other things. I am making both out of solid colors of linen. She's using army green and teal blue. And she is using Simplicity 8841 wide leg crop pants and the Springfield top from Cashmere Rat Patterns. I thought that was a great idea, and so I stole it from Natasha. Thank you, Natasha. So I spent a lot of time this week doing some research, mostly looking for inspiration and then searching for patterns we could use to sort of recreate some of these looks. I came up with four designs, 2 pants and 2 tops. And the first one I'm looking at is a drop crotch pant. And I'm going to show you a few here. This was my original inspiration. This pattern, this picture right here is from a Japanese designer called Moryuru. I don't know how to say that, but it's M-O-Y-U-R-U. They have amazing things. I will link to them below. You can't really see the drop crotch pant too well in this photograph, but this whole outfit was the beginning of my inspiration. This is another pant from the same company. This shows you a better look at the drop crotch pant that I'm talking about. Oh my god. That's my dog making noise in his sleep. It looks to me like it's an elastic waist pant. I like the drop crotch, and I'm particularly fond of this narrower cropped leg also. So that is the look I'm kind of going for. Here's another picture. This one, I believe this one is from the designer Rundles. And I know that this photograph came from the Atelier 957 website. Atelier 957 is a boutique, and I think that they're in Minneapolis. And another one of our lovely viewers turned me on to them, and I'm so glad she did because I'm in love with their website. Again, I'll link that below. But anyways, in this photograph, you can see, again, drop crotch, not quite as dropped as the ones from the Japanese company, but they definitely still have that narrower leg cropped at the bottom. So, those were my inspirations. And let's see, the patterns that I found that we could use for these are the sarouel pants from Atelier on Etsy. I have made these pants before. I don't have a line drawing, so I'm just going to put a photograph of me in my pants here so you can see what they look like when they're made up. This pant has a front panel that's cut on the fold and a back panel that's cut on the fold, and then there's a seam where you sew them together that is like sort of in the center front. This one has a semi-patch pocket, which means that it is sewn into one seam and then the rest of it is attached to the front of the pant. It definitely has that narrower leg and the drop crotch that I'm really looking for. And this one is 100% elastic waist. The finished hip on this one goes up to, the size goes up to a 4XL, which is a 67-inch finished hip. The second one that I found is by a company called Daughters of Style. These are the Sunday pants, and I believe these are an elastic waist pant. It looks to me like, I couldn't find a line drawing, so I'm just going to put their photograph up here, but it looks to me like it just has like a regular crotch seam. So one right leg, one left leg, one big crotch seam. It definitely has the cropped, narrower ankle that I really am going for. I don't think this one has any pockets, which I don't know that that's necessary. You could probably put them in anything. On the sarouel pants that I made, the last ones, I put a different pocket in. I put a Diane Erickson window pocket in that. So it's easy enough to put that into anything if you really want a pocket. The next one I found is for people who really prefer big 4 patterns. The only thing I come up with that was even close was this pattern from Quicksew. It's Quicksew 3701. It definitely has a fuller leg and a longer leg. Now, it's easy enough to crop that. It's also easy enough to take it in a little bit. It looks to me like it's an elastic waist, and I don't think this one has pockets, but I can't say for sure. Sorry, we had a little camera drama there. I think we're all set. What was I saying? We were talking about the Quicksew pants. Yeah, so I don't think that they have pockets, but I couldn't tell. The next one I have is Berta style. It's Berta 6316. This definitely has pockets. I can't tell if they're actually integrated or if they are patch pockets. It looks like they're set in 2 seams on either side, so I'm not really sure how that gets put together. It looks to me like it has 1 main center panel and then 2 legs. So 3 panels instead of just 2 legs with a crotch seam. This also is a little bit fuller in the leg. It's not, it might not even be fuller in the leg. It definitely has something going on at the hem. It looks like it's either elasticated or gathered in a little bit and bound. I'm guessing that that's elastic. Again, I'm not 100% sure. But in any case, I definitely think this fits the bill. It has, I don't know if I said this already, it does have an elastic waist and it has belt loops if you want to use them. So, those were my patterns for our drop crotch pants. The next pants we're going to talk about are hem detail pants. And that's just what I came up with to describe this kind of pant right here. This picture is from Oscar. And it has some sort of a seam or a dart or something you can see that goes from the knee to the cuff to give it a more like architectural shape. Aside from that, it's a pretty loose fitting wide leg pant. I think I have another one. This one is also from Oscar. This one is I think that this one is actually made in corduroy. I don't know if you can tell in this photograph, but this one actually has a separate piece from about mid-calf down. So it is, like, the main body is pretty straight, maybe flares out a little towards the leg, and then that separate piece that gets attached to the bottom comes in a little bit to give it more of that, again, that architectural kind of shape. And then this is another one. Again, this is from Oscar. I think this one is from Oscar. I'm not sure. This one's been in my phone a long time. But you can see it definitely has that sort of architectural shape. So that essentially is what I'm looking for in these patterns. And the patterns I picked for this are, the first one is the Sewing Workshop Picasso pants. You know what? I did this again. The Berta style pants, if I didn't say it already, go up to a European size 46. No measurements on that one, just European size 46. Okay, I'm going to show you a picture of the pant as it's sewn up, but you can't tell very much in this photograph because it's dark. It's definitely not as extreme at the hem as the inspiration photos, but you can see here from the line drawings from this one that it definitely has those architectural details. This one has a flat front waistband, and then 3/4 of the waistband is elasticated. It has center back and center front seams, and then it also has those separate cuffs from about like mid-calf down, maybe a little lower than that, down, where it tapers in. Again, like I said, it's not as extreme a look as the inspiration photos, but I definitely think it will work. That pattern, just so you know, it also comes with a top in that pattern. I think it's like a paneled, it's a long sleeve top with a few different panels in it. This pant comes up to a 47.5 inch hip. The next one, I'm including this because I actually have this pattern, so I will probably use it. This is from Cutting Line Designs, and it is called the Discover Something Novel pant or set. It actually has a little vest included in this pattern as well. This is an older pattern, so she may be discontinuing it. I know it's on sale on her website right now. But it does have pockets, and it does have that sort of asymmetric hem detail, very similar to the Picasso pant. This does not have front and back seams like the Picasso does. But like I said, I have that one, so I will probably use that. Although, I don't know, I'm really tempted to do that Picasso. Okay, I have a couple of others for you though. This one is, did I say that? Did I say cutting lines goes up to a 53.5-inch hip? The next one is from Style Arc, and it's called the Berry Woven Pant. And this one, you can see in the line drawing that they have achieved this sort of structural look in this pant with a dart in the center front at the hem. It is an elasticated waist, and it definitely has pockets. It looks like slash pockets. And I think it has a faux fly. It has some kind of a fly, but I assume it's a faux fly because it's elastic pant. This one goes up to a 61-inch hip. And then for people who really prefer the big 4 patterns, I kind of had a hard time with this one too. There's a Marcy Tilton pattern. It just is, that's pretty good. It just doesn't have the sort of architectural look I was going for at the hem, so I did not include that one. But I am going to include this one, which is, what is it? It is Vogue 9228. It's a Marcy Tilton pattern, and this one goes up to a 50-inch hip. This is definitely narrower in the leg all around. And you can't really see too many of the details in the fashion photos, so I'm going to put the line drawing up here too. And you can see that it does have, it has an elasticated waist. It has 2 pockets. It looks like just side seam pockets that are sewn to the front. And then it has a cuff detail that is only at the front. The back is part of the back panel is all one piece. And it also looks like it has some sort of a little tuck or pleat detail at the hem, which I thought was pretty cool. So if you wanted to achieve the same look, you could possibly do this with this pant and just maybe size up. The next thing we're looking at are loose boxy tops. And for the loose boxy tops, my inspiration was, my original inspiration was this one, this top here. It has, this is a picture from Atelier 957. I don't know if I said this already, but this is Atelier 957 is a boutique in, I believe, in Minneapolis that one of our viewers turned me on to a couple of weeks ago, and I really love that store. I want to go there. This is a photograph from their website. I don't know the designer on this one, but you can see it has a loose, almost like faux turtleneck. It's pretty wide. It has like a 3/4 sleeve, and it's got a longer hem that looks like it might be split a little bit on the sides to give it a little bit of an asymmetric drop. Another one is this one. This top is from Kaliana, Canadian designer that I've talked about before. You can see here it has just like a scoop neck. This one definitely has an asymmetric hemline, and it looks like it's got about like a elbow length sleeves on this one. And then my last one for the boxy loose top is this gal that I snagged off of Instagram. She's got a shop someplace, I don't know where, but anyways, this, you can see she has the same sort of like mock kind of neck that's really floppy. It again has like an elbow length sleeve. It's pretty wide. It looks to me like she has an asymmetric hem, and it looks also like she has a center front seam on this one. So for our patterns for this, I came up with the Sewing Workshop's Splice top. This one comes up to a bust of 46 inches, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see in the photograph. So here's the photograph of the top itself, It's just a simple round neckline, elbow length sleeves. This one has a straight hem, but it does have side panels, which give it that sort of, again, that kind of architectural shape. You can see them a little better in the line drawing that I'll put up right here. And for my next one, I thought the Winona and Broad Torrens, did I say this? 46-inch bust on that Sewing Workshop. Alright guys, sorry, I don't know what is going on with my camera today, but the next one I have for you is the Winona and Broad Torrens box top. This comes up to a 64-inch bust. Let's see. Yeah, this one has a round neck. It looks like about elbow length sleeves and a straight cut hem. You can't tell much in the photo picture, or in the fashion photo, so I'm gonna put up a little image of the line drawing here too. That one, yeah. And then, oops. I have Simplicity 9149, which is, I think I've shown you guys this one before because it was in my a Friday sews I did. But this one is, it definitely has the asymmetric hem. It has, again, it looks like just below the elbow, and it has the round neck. And this one comes up to a US size 26 or a EU size 52. The Paper Theory LB pullover looks a lot like that first photo, inspiration photo I showed you with the collar, although this one has, like, looks like it's a narrower collar, like closer to your neck, although you could easily make that a little wider if you wanted to. This is a pullover shirt. It's got, comes up to a 56-inch bust, and yeah, again, you can't tell much from the fashion photo. So there's a picture here of the line drawing too. Again, it's got like a drop shoulder. I think this one is a long sleeve, but of course that's easy enough to shorten, and it is straight at the hem. And then I have another Daughters of Style top. This one is a little bit different. It is, where'd it go? Again, it's an elbow sleeve. It's got a center front seam and a round neck, and for some reason I don't have a picture of it, but it has a crossover in the back, so it's a really cool little detail. None of the inspiration photos necessarily had that, but I think that was really cool. And that one comes up to a 47.5-inch bust. Now for the last one, we're talking about shirts. And for shirts, I was specifically looking for something like this. This photograph is from, I can't remember where it's from. It's a Japanese designer. Anyways, it's a short sleeve or relatively short sleeve collared shirt, button front, kind of square. This one has pockets, and it's obviously it's patchwork. This one here is another one from Kaliana, although I think that this one is actually long sleeves that are just pushed up, but it gives the same general idea of what I was going for. And then I have this one from Daniela Gregus. Again, this is long sleeves that are just pushed up. Since I'm thinking more of transitional wear, I was really looking for something with short sleeves. This one also, I think, either has, I think it just has a zipper up, like from the midpoint up, and it's a pullover with just like a half zip. For the patterns for this, oh, and then again, this one from Moruyu, our original inspiration photo. This one is not a button front. It does have a center front seam and short sleeves. This one has a V-neck, no collar. But they're all generally the same shape, and that's kind of what I was looking for. So for our patterns, I have the Maker's Atelier holiday shirt, which is, where's my photo? Well, I think I just, oh, here we go. Sorry, here's the photo of the Maker's Atelier shirt. It has a collar, it has a center front seam, and short sleeves. It does not button up the front. It just is like, it's open to about here. It is pretty wide. It doesn't look like it in this picture, but I've made this pattern before, and it is pretty wide. I'll show you the line drawing of it here too. And for that one, it comes up to a size 42 bust, but I don't know. I feel like that's pretty small. I mean, 42 inch bust is too small, in my opinion. But what I mean is, I don't really think that the shirt is only, the largest size is only 42 inches. It's pretty generous. So I know that doesn't help you if you don't already have the pattern. Okay, so the next one is the Sewing Workshop Cottage shirt. That one comes up to a size 46 inch bust. And I'm going to show you a picture of it here, and then also a picture of the line drawing. This one has a collar, short sleeves. There's just, it's like cut square with like little short sleeves just attached. It does have a button front, and it looks like it has a really wide hem. It also has a back yoke. And I think I said this, the 46 inches is the largest size on that one. The Winona and Broad, and I'm going to kill this name again, I think it's Waikerie shirt. This one comes up to a 64 inch bust. And where's my drawing here? It has, again, it has the yoke in the back, short sleeves. Again, they're like just a little attached sleeve, like a, almost like a, just like a band around the cuff. It also has options for longer sleeves, for no collar, and I think there's an add-on to make this into a dress as well. And the Waikerie shirt comes up to a 64 inch bust. Now, for the big four, I had a really hard time finding anything even close, even though I was surprised that that was the case. What I came up with was Butterick 6841, which is a unisex pattern. So it comes up to a 56 inch bust. And this is just like, it looks like a pretty traditional shorts, like a camp shirt kind of thing. I think to get the right look, you would want to just crop it like at the top of your hip. And I think that is all of them for today. I know there are many, many other patterns out there. I tried to stick with patterns that I was familiar with the companies or with the patterns themselves. I also was really trying to narrow this down to 4 basic items that I could incorporate into my wardrobe. I do have others that I really want to get to. I want to do some slips and more like long sleeve asymmetric shirts and things like that that we can find patterns for. But I didn't have time to do all of that in one video. So today it's just these, just the 2 shirts and the 2 pants. If you're interested in doing a little more inspiration for your Lagenlook patterns, I did have a video a while back it was a Friday Sews that I will link below. It was mostly inspiration, and then I also had before that I did like a little bit of a Simplicity Lagenlook Basics haul, and I will link that pattern for you down below too, because those are all really good patterns that you can make over and over. So I am going to try to get some sewing done next week. I think I'm going to start with my drop crotch pants and my short shirt. We'll see how far I get. I have to decide on solid colors before that. Alright guys, I think that's it for this week. As always, I thank you so much for dropping in and spending some time with me. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe, and most definitely come back and see me again next Tuesday. Bye.